Hey everyone, my name is Jordan and I got a great video for you guys today. If you're someone who ever struggles to plan out what you're doing or just doesn't know what to practice, stay tuned because I'm going to help you out. So you might be thinking, are you in your car right now? Yes, indeed I am in my car right now, and I'm holding my microphone and I have a very mobile setup. So early this morning after I finished my practice, I went on a run with my dog, and when I got home, the power was out. But in my schedule, I had for, 10:30 is my time of the day to record my YouTube video. I didn't have any power, my laptop was dead. So right now, and I'll show you in a minute, I have a portable charger that I'm using to charge my laptop, and I kind of moved all my stuff into the car. And that is the perfect reason why we have a schedule and a plan, so that way when anything happens, we're prepared and we will find a way to make it happen. And I didn't mean to make that metaphor, it's just really funny, and I hope my power comes back on soon. What's funny too is I actually live in the middle of nowhere. We live out in the country, and so we don't get any cell service. Everything that we do is through Wi-Fi, and so I actually had a script for this video, but it's in a Google document, which is I guess an online word processor, so I can't even access that right now. So I'm just gonna be winging this. It's funny, I just figured I'll go film in my car, and as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna go to work or a coffee shop and just edit it where I have Wi-Fi and I can use resources again. So this is gonna be specifically a practice journal, but I will show you a little bit of how I do my daily journal as well, because I think that's very important for how we incorporate our practice. But I'm gonna give you guys a really structured plan on how we're gonna decide what we're practicing and when, and how we're gonna approach it. You guys all know the idiom, failing to plan is planning to fail. On the days that I don't write down what I'm gonna practice, I really don't get anything done. Or if I do get stuff done, I don't know why, I don't know how, and I don't know how to keep track of that. Currently, I'm reading The Art of War. I have it right here, actually, by Sun Tzu. It's not really a book if you've ever read it. It's more of a collection of quotes and kind of psalms, per se. And it's been really awesome, and I saw one the other day that I loved. And it said, "Every battle is won before it is fought." So by creating a plan of attack, because the things that we want to do throughout our day really is our plan of attack. We have a task, we have to find a way to achieve it. And so when we just take 15 minutes the night before or the morning to really plan out what we're gonna do, we have a map that we can follow. And that way, if we don't follow something, we can evaluate how we did. We can say what we did well, what we didn't do as well, what I'm gonna do better next time. And so let me show you real quick how I structure my piano practice plans. Whatever instrument you play, whatever your craft is, there will probably be a way to apply this to yourself, but this is really best for musicians. In the last video I made, I showed you guys my practice journal, which is just raggedy right now. I only have one hand, but it is falling apart. The actual book that surrounded it fell off, and it's only being held together by a couple strings. And I only have a few pages left in it, so I went to Walmart the other day for like $1, got this notebook, which I'm gonna start using for it's 120 pages, so that should get me through like 2 months. And this is gonna be my new practice journal for piano. And then, so the last few pages in this I'm actually using for my day journal. And what's funny, I actually got a new journal that's really nice and fancy. It's got the dots. I'm really OCD, so I'm waiting for the beginning of the next month. So in June 1st, I'll start using this. I don't want to touch it until the 1st of the month. So I'm just using this as my day planner right now. So when I made my practice journal, and I'm gonna put this up in a Google Doc so you can see it better. My handwriting's not the best, but on the very first page, I said Jordan's piano/music journal, and I put the date. And I said purpose, to track and evaluate my growth as a musician, to hold myself accountable while I achieve my goals. So it's really important to have a mission statement. You see so many companies that have a mission statement, or families or organizations that have a mission statement. We have to say what we expect of ourselves. It doesn't just happen magically. All right, and then I wrote down some goals. Journaling every day. I enjoy journaling, but there's some days I don't, and it's something that I want to make a habit of doing every single day. Let's see, commit to slow growth. When I'm achieving my goals, it's so easy for me to write down all the things I want to do, but I underestimate them. And so then when it ends up being harder than I anticipated, I will sometimes quit, or I will procrastinate because it's too hard. So committing to slow growth for me just means understanding that it might take a long time for me to achieve my goals, and just doing it bite-sized pieces every day at a time, being consistent. All right, let's see. Evaluate myself honestly. You'll see in a minute, I leave room for self-evaluations and just talking about how I did. What do I think? What things did I do good? What things can I improve on for next time? Number 4, set goals. So set appropriate goals. That's another goal of mine. How ironic. Track growth, easy. Avoid procrastination. So a big thing for me is if I know that it's gonna be a tough practice day, and don't get me wrong, I love playing piano, but you guys all know sometimes practicing is just a pain in the butt. And so avoid procrastination. If my phone is even in the room with me, I'm gonna do something. I don't even have any social media on my phone right now but Instagram, but I will find a way to stay busy on my phone. I mean, I'll look at my bank account, or I don't even know. I'll look through old pictures. There's something on my phone that's gonna distract me. So I just put it in the other room. Don't even have it with me. And have fun learning. We often make such a chore out of this, and I know when we make lists, it seems like it's like homework from school. We don't want it to feel like homework from school. Make it fun. Pick pieces that you want to learn. Pick pieces you enjoy. And then at the bottom, I said, no excuses. This is your time in capital letters. Say something to hype you up. Sometimes we feel really good about ourselves, and sometimes we don't feel very good about ourselves. So you got to take advantage of the times to speak to the future you. Last night, I was feeling really hyped. I think I just listened to a really cool audiobook or watched a YouTube video I liked, and I was feeling good. So I wrote that in all capital letters. This morning, I might not have felt that way, but look at this. Yesterday, me left me a message. I said, make it happen, and I said, learn something new every day. Oh man, that is awesome. Thank you, past me. As adults, we often think, oh, I'm out of college, I'm out of high school, I don't need to learn nothing. I know it all. It is so important to learn something new every day. I've been reading more, and I mean, there's such a vast assortment of things that we can be learning about, but in this instance, it's just piano. So whoever's watching this video, learn something new every day. Now I got my weekly goals. Let's write down some weekly goals, and I usually do that on Sunday. I evaluate myself for the week on Sunday. And this week, I just want to get consistency. Practice first thing. The first thing I do every day this week is practice. So this morning, I practiced from 6:30 to 9:30. No distractions, got that. Sight read every day. I'm really working on my sight reading, and it's something I need to make a habit of. So I've been trying to get it 30 minutes a day. An entire Moonlight Sonata third movement, play it through at 30 beats per minute. That's my goal for the end of this week. All right, let's dig into the actual practice plan. Lord Almighty, it's taken me a while to get to this. So digging into this practice schedule, the first thing we're gonna wanna do is technique. Technique is basically like our conditioning. If you're an athlete, you're gonna spend time jogging or doing push-ups or things related to athletic things to condition yourself. So our technique is basically just taking time to practice our fingers, strengthen our mind, kind of learn some theory, some patterns, and yeah, just get the strength that we need to play through pieces. So technique can be arpeggios, it can be exercises, scales, anything like that. Find something within your skill level, and that'll be your technique for the week. So for my technique goal, I have 15 to 30 minutes today, all minor scales. So that's all 12 minor scales. Just the natural minor. Major and minor triad arpeggios, and I did that for 4 octaves. Let's see. Learn Hanon number 1. Oh yeah, I got this Hanon book, and I'm just going through an exercise every day. So today I just did the first one. It went great. I rated myself right afterwards 8 out of 10. The reason I didn't get 10 out of 10 is because I didn't use a metronome. My iPad was dead, and that's where my metronome is. So without my metronome, I didn't get to keep track of what I was doing, and I didn't get to log what speeds I played at. So now I don't know what I'm gonna wanna do tomorrow or how I can improve. New material. So this is the second category. New material just means pieces you're looking at for the very first time. Usually this takes the most willpower, so I like to do this first. So for new material, this could just be setting a goal to learn 8 new measures of the piece that you're working on today, or 16 new measures, or learning an entire piece if that's within your realm. So that's our new material. Or say you have to play piano at church this week and you haven't looked at your songs yet. New material would be learning the songs for the very first time. I gave myself a 6 out of 10 today. I'm learning this part in the Moonlight Sonata where the melody's in the left hand and the right hand is playing these arpeggios, and I hate, because I'm right-handed, most of us are, I really am bad at playing anything where the left hand is leading it. And so this is like the last part of the piece I have to learn, and I've been putting it off, and even today I just didn't practice it as well as I would have liked to. So I gave myself a 6 out of 10. My other new material, which was so fun, is Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm doing the He's a Pirate. One of my students asked to learn this song. I always like to look through a piece like this if it's a more challenging piece before I give it to them. So I think I'm seeing him on Saturday morning. So I wanted to take some time to look through it, and that went awesome. I played through the whole piece, a lot of fun. I wouldn't be able to perform it, and that's what we're getting to, but I was able to read through the whole thing. Okay, the third category is review. So this is the area for things that we kind of know. We don't have to sit down and repeat it or really analyze it. We already have it under our fingers, is what I like to call it. Our fingers know what to play, but our articulation might not be great, our phrasing might not be perfect, or we might not have it up to speed. So this is the time for us to really kind of get it down to muscle memory. So reviewing, I have Moonlight third movement. I'm actually playing through the whole thing except for the few parts I haven't learned yet. And that was my review today. And Chopin's A minor waltz. I want to make a tutorial of this piece, and it's been a long time since I've played it. So I was just reviewing that today, and I played through it a couple times. I gave myself a 7 out of 10 for that. It went pretty good. This is the 4th stage of creating our practice plan, and it's the performance stage. These are pieces that we know, that we've reviewed, that we've learned, and we have them committed to muscle memory, but this is the time to refine them. So if you have a performance coming up, you need to be playing these pieces a lot and really digesting them. Listen to them and play them over and over again. Think about how you can refine your technique. Think about how you could play certain passages better, or how do you want the melody to sound. You can start thinking about dynamics and phrasing and your articulations. This is the time to really fine-tune your piece. So for performance, oh man, I put Bach Prelude, or Bach Invention number 8, which is actually a really easy piece, but my teacher, who I take lessons from, wants me to play it at 140 beats a minute, which is really, really fast. So today I practiced it at 100 beats per minute, and I just did that 5 times in a row. So that only took me like 10 minutes. Oh no, I gave myself a 4 out of 10. I'm trying to think. I think I kept making mistakes. Usually when you put something on a piece to a metronome, you just make mistakes. So today was my first day trying that. Tomorrow will go much better, I'm sure. Okay, the 5th category, and honestly one of the most important ones that's often overlooked, is called theory and musicianship. Theory and musicianship is a lot of different things. This is anything that's applied to music that isn't necessarily like playing a piece or even sitting down at your instrument. Things that could fit into this category are active listening to music and considering what you like about it. This could be sight reading, which is what I actually did today. I sight read through 3 Broadway pieces. I have a book and I just went through 3 whole pieces and 3 classical pieces. Gave myself 9 out of 10 because I did all of it and it felt really good. Other things, this could be improvisation, so just sitting down and playing some music. This can be theory, so like learning your scales or learning how to read rhythms better. That's all stuff that can fit into there, but it's stuff that we often neglect. This could even be practicing an instrument that's not your primary. So I'm a piano player, but I might want to practice my singing a little bit, or if I'm playing drums at church this week, I might have to learn some drum music. So it's not necessarily part of my overall practice plan, but I'll add that into my musicianship category. All right, so I hope that seeing how I do this is going to help inspire you guys to say, all right, this is what I'm practicing for my technique. And it doesn't have to be a long time. Say I'm going to practice technique for 5 minutes. I'm going to learn 2 new measures of music, or even 2 or 4 new measures of music. Easy, 5 minutes. And then for review, I'm going to review what I learned yesterday. Say 5 minutes on that. And then I'm going to practice my performance piece, something I already know and I have fun playing. Do that for 5 minutes. And then for your theory, maybe just learn how to play major chords or something on your instrument for 5 minutes. And just like that, you just created a really diverse practice plan that is only going to take you 25 minutes for the day. And it can also be crazy. You can spend 2 hours working on technique. You can spend 2 hours learning new music, and you can spend an hour reviewing, an hour on your performance stuff, and then an hour on musicianship. And just like that, you made like a 9-hour practice plan. So that's awesome. This is the perfect template. So when I'm sit with my students, if you're a teacher, use this. Whenever we're practicing, I give them all homework, and I just write down technique. This is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to learn this week. This is what I'd like for you to review. We have a performance coming up. Here's your recital piece. Let's start looking at this a few weeks ahead of time. And for your theory, I want you to work on this a little bit. And just like that, I created them a really easy plan that only takes them 20 to 30 minutes a day. If they're older, I'd like them to spend 45 minutes to an hour a day. And this is, like I'm telling you, it is an awesome way to keep track of yourself. And just do it every night. It takes 10 minutes maybe to write down what you want to do and then stick with it. And then on the, I haven't done this yet, but you can see on this side of the page, it says practice evaluation. So tonight, before I write tomorrow's plan, I'm going to say, how did I do? What do I think I can do better? What are some things I can do to help myself? And then also congratulating and celebrating the things I did good. And then tonight, whenever I do that, right afterwards on this blank piece of paper will be my new schedule for tomorrow. And then just kind of how I schedule my day out. I don't think I'll put this in a Google Docs. But yeah, I just said plan for 5/24/21. Wake up at 5:30. I spent some time reading my Bible. Oh my gosh, my wife made a note. That is funny. She said, love wife extra. And then I had breakfast. I made breakfast. Get ready. Practice piano. And I love making check boxes. So whenever I'm done with the task, I can check it off. I just put a little box next to it. Practice piano, 6:30 to 9:30. Did that. Exercise. 9:30 to 10:30 was exercise. So I took my dog for a run and I did some other stuff. Gosh, what a chore. YouTube. 10:30 to 12:30. So that's what I'm doing right now. Whenever my power went out, I was like, I don't care. This is what I committed to do. This is what I'm going to do. So as soon as I'm done filming this, I'm going to hustle over to my studio or a coffee shop so I can edit this video while I have Wi-Fi. Upload. I said upload at 1 p.m. Have a quick lunch, and I'm getting a haircut. goodness, thank gosh. And then tonight, I work from 3:30 to 7. I'm teaching lessons between that time. And then on my, for the nighttime, I don't really do anything at night anymore. I just spend time with Michaela. And then the only things I have is journal, read, and sleep. I'm really getting into reading again, and it's been awesome. I'm really enjoying it. I'm just reading fiction right now. Nothing crazy, just because I want to get in the habit of winding down. I don't want to watch TV every night. I don't want to be on my phone every night. And then sleep. I go to bed at 9:30 at night. So I go to bed at 9:30, wake up at 5:30. And that's my 8 hours right there. 9:30 up at 5:30. I hope this video helped you guys. This is really important to me because I've seen in my own life when I schedule things and when I plan things, I do so well. And if I don't do well, I can evaluate and make tweaks. But on days that I don't do this, I'm just aimless. It'll be 7 a.m. and I'm just kind of wandering around. I don't know what to do, or I'll procrastinate, or I'll just work on things that aren't really that important. Our whole day really needs to be planned out. And that doesn't mean we're always working, but plan out the times to rest. And that way, if I practice piano from 6:30 to 9:30, I've gotten the hardest part out of my day so far. So that for the rest of the day, I'm not thinking about, oh man, I really need to practice. Because I hate feeling that way. Just get it done, do what you need to do, and I promise you're gonna feel so good and you're gonna have great results. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was unconventional, but I did the best I could. And I got all my audio equipment out here because I'm committed to giving you guys good audio and good content. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think. What are some things that you practice well? What are some things that you could be working on? Are you gonna use this system, do you think? And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot to me that people will watch my videos, or that I can help someone, or how much it means that I can make these videos and really help myself too, keeping myself accountable. So thanks again. Everyone have a great week. Write down what you're gonna practice. Let me know how it goes. See you next time.